We back.
We are.
We are back.
How long have we been off?
We've been gone for a while, yo. Oh man, someone's going off.
Have we been gone a month?
It feels like that.
I think it's been a month.
Yo, welcome to the Where's Brunch podcast, episode 28.
What's up, y'all?
It took a little while to get here, yo. We hyped today. Shit.
We went up the street, around the corner, around the neighborhood, and back before.
Oh, it's crazy, man. How you doing?
I'm here. I'm recovering, and I'm happy to be here.
We're gonna get into that. I feel like I'm underdressed right now. You look fabulous.
Thank you. I felt like if I'm gonna make an entrance, a return today, that there should be a garment in celebration of returning from the depths.
Let's toast to that. Cheers to
that.
Climbing out the grave.
With the blue coupe. Yes.
For those listeners, she has her fancy blue coupe glasses. You're drinking bubbly out of it today.
Yes, they're amazing. Okay. It's just like when you want to get dainty and you want to sit. I would have on like a kimono, but it doesn't match the outfit today. But otherwise, you just sit with your coupe glass and you drink your bubbles and you lounge back and you enjoy yourself.
Well, to answer your question, I'm doing all right.
You doing good?
I feel pretty good.
You look good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Caramel, chocolate brown.
Well, we haven't even been able to benefit off of our tans.
You know
what I'm saying? Because when we got
Listen.
back, things got crazy.
Things got crazy.
So we initially went on, I guess we went on vacation, right? From the pod in general, right?
Yeah.
We initially delayed recording to go to Virginia Tech for your daughter, for a family day at your daughter's school.
Yes, to visit my youngest. It was family day and Black Alumni Weekend at Virginia Tech. Mm-hmm. So we got to go hang out with Kennedy and see life.
Oh, I didn't know if I could say her name on the air since she's so incognito.
Whatever. I birthed that child, okay?
Oh,
we can say her name.
She didn't want to be filmed when
She
it
don't
was
want
there.
to be
You know what I'm
filmed.
saying?
She don't want to be whatever.
The
But
camera on my face. If I would have known that, I would have filmed it. I didn't know that. Going in.
She's sometimey, whatever.
So yeah, we went to Virginia Tech. This is not on the docket to discuss.
No, it's
but
not.
it must be discussed. So what is it? 4 hours from here, right?
Yeah, 4-hour drive. Like a drive to New York, basically, but out west.
All country.
All country, all mountains, hills, rivers, and valleys.
Yeah.
Really scenic.
Yeah,
Very
it was
scenic
nice.
drive. It's beautiful.
It's a nice drive.
It's beautiful.
It's similar to driving to Rochester, New York from here.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Pennsylvania.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You get out in, the country and you see some things. You see farmland. You see some
Animals.
some animals, some cows. You see some barns. You see some signage on barns.
Yeah. You see some Confederate flags out there. You see some Trump, you know what I'm saying? Some diss stickers for Joe Biden.
Yeah, you saw
like that.
lots of crosses.
A lot of crosses.
Lots of crosses. A few Mormon, a temple or two. We seen a lot of everything on that drive.
So, like you said, it was family day, and what was it? Black alumni.
Yeah, it was Black Alumni Weekend for Virginia Tech as well.
Right. So let's where I'm going with this. Right?
I know where you're going. Go for it.
So, all right. So everything out there is white. Period.
It is a PWI, and for those of you who don't understand, that is a predominantly white institution, sort of kind of like the total opposite of an HBCU, where I attended.
It's a 9% black population.
9% black population.
So less than the national population. So this family day thing, they had this big field set up with tents, and they had DJs.
Yes,
right.
TJs.
So
with an S.
It was the way they had it set up. It was this is a family day thing, and then on one side of it, on the other side, on the left, like you're facing it, on the left side, All right, the whole field was supposed to be family day, but on the right side was the black alumni situation,
tent.
right? Right, the tents. At the end of the day, it was a completely segregated family day event for Virginia Tech. Literally, on the left side was all white people, and on the right side was all black folks.
And I think it happened like that because it was alumni weekend for black alumni of Virginia Tech, and then the black families who did come for family day, we wound up going on the other side to where the black folks were because the music was banging, the music was rocking, and it was
Yeah, so and that's all cool, but it's clearly there's planning that goes into this, right? And I'm not saying that the black people were relegated to one piece. I think everyone was happy with this situation.
I believe so, and I believe that that's probably how life probably is or was on campus or is on campus.
Right.
And I talked to my daughter about her experiences, and they have to integrate with each other for classes and for activities and things like that. And then sometimes there are these types of functions where the segregation is pretty clear.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It was an interesting thing. And there's literally music playing on both sides.
Yeah, you cross and you hear a little bit of Born in the USA on one side, and then you hear Flashlight.
Listen, y'all, at one point, on the black side, they were playing sardines and pork and beans. At the same time, on the left side, on the white side, which is it sounded like they had like a boombox compared to the black side.
Yeah,
they were playing the theme music to Ghostbusters movie.
Listen,
who you gonna call?
And listen, we got the sauce, okay? We got the sauce.
We got the sauce.
And
man,
even the cheerleaders, when the cheerleaders came, they went over to the black side.
yeah, they did. Yeah. And there was like what is it? The not beer pong, but what's the game when you throw the little sachets?
I don't know what you call it.
You know what I'm saying? They had games. The same exact games on one side. They had the same game. Yo, it was an interesting thing, man, for sure.
There was also
wild experience.
A Jedi alumni tent. I noticed that when we were walking.
What's that?
There was a really small tent for people who I guess associated themselves with the Jedi.
What's the Jedi?
Star Wars.
Like, why would they had that out there?
Yeah, there was a whole tent. There was a table. There were goodie bags. They had sabers. And all that. I saw it and I was like,
that's cool.
It's probably like a club or something that they have there.
People geek out about Star Wars. Yeah, I get it.
I would totally join.
You would.
I would totally join. So, but it's good, visiting her at her campus. Dope. I've never been on a PWI campus of that nature and experience
beautiful campus,
something like that. Gorgeous campus. She also lives in the black dorm. Pedro Yates Hall, which is named after two gentlemen who are alumni who were actually there that day to take a picture in front of the dorm, but she was escorting us, so she wasn't participating in the picture. But good to see. She walked us to the one of her little dining spots, where her Dunkin' Donuts is. We went to a football game or an exhibition game. They announced the kids who recently signed on with Virginia Tech and what positions they would be playing. And so they kind of played maybe the starters against the non-starters type of thing. It was great, but there were people who weren't Hokie parents who came to that exhibition game because they wanted to see who the lineup was. Like the people sitting behind us were scouting to find out who was playing. They knew the names and where they were from and all this stuff. And so it's a big college football town. So just all these things I've never, ever experienced before.
I mentioned this to you before after that weekend. I thought it was dope to see her in her element and kind of like being in charge. Like, you know, like she was comfortable there. Let me show you this. Let me show you. Let's go. Let's walk over here. She's leading us around.
She's like,
it was dope. It was dope to see her.
She's hokey land out. Okay,
Yeah.
this child she is happy. She's found her people. She's really happy.
And then when she was tired of us, she was like,
okay,
all right, y'all can go home
y'all
now.
can go now. I was like,
and we were ready to go.
and we were ready.
It was perfect timing.
Okay,
Yeah, we out.
we're gonna go.
So we took time. So we took time out for family. Right?
Yes.
So that was the first piece. So then right after that,
Yeah.
was Florida. We went to Fort Lauderdale on vacation.
Yeah, we hopped on a plane on Wednesday, a very early flight.
Yeah.
We got out of here.
Fort Lauderdale, it's one of our locations that we like to go to. For some reason, people seem to not understand that Fort Lauderdale is a dope vacation spot.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. People think that the only place that you could go is Miami. And my thing is, you're not going to Miami me to death. I would rather not.
Right.
I would rather not go to Miami. I would rather go somewhere else. So Fort Lauderdale, you can find anything to do in any city if you put your mind to it. If you look for it, you can find it.
And if you go closer to the equator, it's gonna be warm. The sun is gonna be closer. It's on you.
It's so bright down there.
Yeah. So we had a great time relaxing, and then your health. It's always good to get you closer to the equator and some tropical type of weather.
It's really great. It's great for my vitiligo. If you don't know what that is, I have white spots kind of on my body.
Sexy spots.
My melanin, because of my thyroid and leaky gut and all these things, one of my flare-ups is that my skin started turning white. It started back in like 2017 with like one little dot. And then it grew into different areas of my body where the white spots appear. And one of the great ways to get rid of the spots is to actually get in the sun, because it helps to regenerate the melanin in my skin. And then the brown spots,
they start popping up.
They start popping up all over my body the more that I'm in the sunshine. So it's really great. It feels good.
And to get in the ocean.
And to get into the ocean, it helps for my feet where my spots are like, you can really see my spots on my feet. The iodine in the water and the salt water and all that stuff also is good for my skin and for my immune system. So it was really good to just get down there for some days and just feel that.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was overdue.
What's some of the other benefits that you find, just getting away in general? Because we love being home. We love it here.
Oh, we love it.
So it's not like, but getting away, what other kind of benefits do you get out of it?
I think it's a good way to just disconnect from the hustle and bustle of up here. I try to explain it to people, but when you come up here, there's like an overcast. It's darker up here.
Oh, man.
When you cross, I'm telling you, when you cross from South Carolina to North Carolina, it changes. The overcast changes. The darkness comes in up here.
Where are our science folks, our weather folks?
There is an overcast here because Florida is hella brighter. Is it not?
It's very bright. The sun is right there.
Yeah.
I mean, those the days of going to Miami, South Beach, you walk out of that hotel on Collins Avenue and the sun is right there.
It's right
there.
So for me, it feels good, and my body just kind of exhales. Whatever tension I feel up here, I don't feel it down there.
Right.
And
Pause.
Pause. Or even just wherever on vacation, you get away, you get to exhale, you get to forget about everything here and lay out or whatever and relax. The only thing that I would change would be the ability to cook for myself. I would like to cook for myself more than us going out. Like, I like going out, but I don't like going out.
You mean when we're down there?
Yeah. I don't like going out eating so much.
Every day, yeah.
I would rather go to the grocery store. I would rather go to the farmer's market, get some fruits, get some stuff, and cook. Other than that,
for Airbnb instead, maybe. Because some of those hotels would be nice.
They be nice. They are.
But Airbnb could be a good thing.
A kitchen so I could cook. Because I think, cooking.
Listen, I'm not turning that down. You already know.
A good breakfast or one good dinner here and there, alternating. I think it's good.
So we did the vacation thing.
Yes, we did.
And
we did it, y'all. Did y'all see?
Yeah, it was dope. Yo, we found a dope brunch spot. What was it? Yamas. Yamas was dope, man. If you in the Fort Lauderdale area, yo, over Las Olas,
Yes.
right? Yeah, Yamas. It was a dope brunch. It is crazy.
Yeah, it kind of turns up into a party situation, like stand on the tables and pour shots down your throat type of situation.
Type of thing. We got footage of young shot taker or shot caller over here taking some shots. So but before we get to that part, really, we went to the Food and Wine Festival.
The Las Olas Wine and Food Festival was amazing. And so many people I've talked to who even lived in Florida are like, I never heard of this event. And it was the 27th annual Wine and Food Festival.
Wow.
So yeah, because LWFF or LOWFF. Yes, that was the hashtag.
Your brain is crazy.
So a portion of the proceeds for the event went to the American Lung Association.
Yeah, it's dope.
And they also do some stuff with Children's Cancer Foundation. They give money to Southern Glaciers is the wine distributor, major wine and spirits distributor in Florida. They're responsible for all of the alcohol that's there, and then the restaurants from up and down Las Olas.
Oh my gosh!
Just put the food out, and it's just like they're just giving you food.
How much did we pay per ticket, baby?
The tickets were $150.
Okay, we got a discount though.
But I did DM Las Olas Wine and Food Festival because you know your girl, and I'm always looking for a coupon. If you see that there's a code spot there, that means that you need to go out and seek the code. Why pay full price? There's a code there.
It exists.
It exists. So I messaged them on on Monday, because that's when I found out about it, and I told you about it. I messaged their Instagram page, and I said, hey, I'm in Virginia. We're coming down this week for vacation, and we would like to attend. Is there a coupon code? Do you have one? And the next day they responded, Tuesday, I checked my DMs, and they were like, oh, yes, we can't wait to see you.
Like $30 off, right?
They gave us $15 off each ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were chilling.
Well, they gave us $15 off, and you were like, yo, purchase them individually.
So you save. Why would you just do that off the total?
Yeah.
We're gonna save on both
individually. So that was a good look. And the food. I mean, so the reason why I asked how much, you get so much of a bang for your buck.
It's so worth it.
Oh my God!
You're gonna blow that at a restaurant. You're gonna blur that easily between drinks and food and all of that stuff.
We had American style food. We had Jamaican food. We had Indian food. Indian was the top.
Was the best.
The best. It was, and I thought I didn't like Indian food.
Oh,
so
yes,
I might have to check it out again.
Yes, you do. I cook you Indian food.
Nah, that's yeah, you know, yes. We ain't gonna get into that. Yeah, because you saying too much. See, you can't tell them. We can't tell them yet.
I'm sorry.
And what I mean, and so much more. It was incredible, and then all the different wine selections.
Oh my
Gin
gosh.
was there. They had whiskey there. They had all these different.
They
things.
had Tito's,
and it was like set up. Yeah, you on the street, and it's, all the vendors are in the middle, you know, back to back. So there's different vendors on the left side compared to the right side. Yeah. We went down the right side. We were all the way down, or whatever side we were on. Yeah. By the time we got to the end, before we can come back up the other side, we were stuffed.
We was crossing over. We were in the middle. Yeah. We were grabbing desserts.
There's a DJ in the middle.
Middle.
Dancing.
They got the move around thing. The cruise ships had a section. The Cadillacs, was that one of those Cadillacs?
Yeah, it was an Escalade.
The Cadillacs had a section. One, I guess. The Carnival cruise ship had a silent DJ party happening. So everybody
that was crazy.
Yeah, everybody's like this with the headphones, and the headphones were glowing. They had like little lighting on the headphones and stuff. I mean, what was it? Cuba Libre? That restaurant had Fogo de Chao had a station.
Fogo de Chao was there. That was nuts.
I mean, there were so many restaurants. Yamas, the place where we went.
Yamas was there. We was like, hey, we're coming for brunch tomorrow. They went crazy.
They went crazy. Like, you're coming tomorrow? You coming to brunch?
Yo,
oh, it's going to be lit. We were like, oh.
They were wild.
Okay. Cooper's Hawk had an amazing chicken egg roll. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Was that not crazy?
That was incredible, yo.
Oh my gosh.
We had to visit them up here. They got that.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for that.
Yeah.
It was so good. We were done at 10 o'clock.
It was a great experience. It was fun to do something like that in another city.
Yes.
It was just, I was happy that you found that last minute. It was like a couple days.
Monday. Found it Monday.
And it was just a great thing to do. We actually canceled some other stuff. Like no, we canceled the next day. I canceled the speakeasy thing because of brunch and then the fight. But it was just it was super dope. Super dope. Great time, yo.
Great things to do in other cities.
Yeah, you gotta find the events.
Look for the stuff. I literally went to the fortlauderdale.gov county page and checked the calendar for what events are happening this week in Fort Lauderdale. That's what I did. And it said Friday, Los Olas Wine and Food Festival. I was like, what? Say what?
Hey, listen.
Let me look this up. And it said link here. And I clicked on the link and I was like, what?
Easy money.
This is huge. Yeah. So it was really a great experience. It was comfortable. It was like I had on a little, what did I have on? A dress?
I don't know. You was looking salacious.
I was like, comfortable. Walking shoes and, shoulders out. It's nighttime. It's hot. It was hot.
Florida, baby.
It was hot that night. We were drinking. I mean, so many things out of order. So many wrong things. You're not
even supposed to drink all this shit together.
Wine, white bubbly. What do you want? What do you have?
Yes. Do you want to try? Yes.
They give you the lanyard to hold your wine glass.
We don't even have anything like that here.
I think we used to in DC.
Not that good.
But not to that extent.
No.
Not to that extent. I mean, taste of where did we? Who did the taste of? Oh, that was Chicago.
Yeah.
But they give you the lanyard too, so you don't have to
have
hold
a glass hanging around your neck.
Yeah, so you can, because your hands are gonna be full of food. There was one point that I had too much food. And I couldn't hold the glass. I was like, oh, that's perfect. And then they had the donut tower.
Oh my gosh,
all
yeah,
the
crazy.
Different kind of donuts and remember the chocolate taco.
Come on, man, it was out of here. Pause.
That
sounds kind of crazy.
There was so much stuff.
It was crazy,
but it was worth it. And I say, if you plan a trip and look for it next year, it'll be back. Yeah, it's worth it.
And just in general, when you see something, I guess a lesson here is just to push a little bit more. Like she found the event, she saw the price, which is cool. We were cool with that price, but she looked to see if it was a coupon code and got one, and we got a discount. I looked for brunch. Spots like crazy. Finally found one. Yeah. They were booked. They had nothing. I emailed them and said, "Yo, we coming from out of town. We want to do brunch there. We are the Where's Brunch podcast." You know what I'm saying? And they found a spot for us.
Yes, it was quite a spot.
It was quite a spot.
It was a spot where we had vision. We could see everything. And it was still outside. Mm-hmm. It was covered. There was still a good breeze coming. It was great. We spent more time on Los Olas this vacation than we did the last time we went.
No doubt. We only went down there once last time. Right. We went down there a lot this time.
This time we said maybe next time we should stay on down by Los Olas.
Just further from the beach and stuff.
It's inland.
I like being close to the beach. We can just walk there real quick.
Yeah, I like that too.
But so we do the brunch thing, and the food was amazing.
Oh yeah. And the drinks.
The
drinks. Because I was done.
Yeah, you was
I was done. Thank you, Lyft and Uber, for getting us to where we need to go. I had such a good time. I had so much fun. It was great.
So yeah, the brunch situation was super dope. And then we had here. Now we're gonna get to it, right? Now we're getting to the meat.
The meat and
the meat and the potatoes.
And the potatoes
is
you
something
always gotta
that
have potatoes for brunch.
Something that you gotta have potatoes for brunch. Something that I've been talking to Trina about for a long time in our relationship is that she's too nice to people. If that's the thing. She's too nice to people.
I am a human, and I treat people the way I would want them to treat me.
You know what she says to people, strangers, when we're out and about, we're passing people?
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
If you look at me, if you're making eye contact with me, we're on vacation, we're walking, it's
Hi.
nice. Hi.
Hi.
And sometimes they say hello back, and sometimes they don't.
And I'd be like, you came out here speaking to niggas? It's anybody. It could be, it's anybody.
It's a child, it's a dog, it's...
So, and she's beautiful, right? She's a beautiful woman.
Thank you, love.
So, you're welcome. And so, we're at the brunch spot. And what's my homegirl name? What's her name? Damn, the one that hooked us up. Deidre. Deidre. I think they said Deidre, the way they pronounced it. Either way, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? She hooked us up with the reservation and all that good stuff. She comes, she sits down, she says, is this your wife? I said, yes. She says, I can't even, it's not even what she said. It's the energy that she gave off. And it was like, she's like, yeah. She insults me. I'm like, she's going a little hard right now, I feel. The lesbian energy, and I'm not saying that she's a lesbian. I don't know that. But in general, she was like, yo, yeah, you got you one here. And us guys, when other dudes say, you a lucky man and shit like that, we look at that like, yo, son, I don't need you to tell me that I'm lucky. Because that's a sly way of getting kind of crazy. And that happened in that scenario. And I wasn't like, I didn't feel threatened or upset or anything. But I thought it was funny and worth mentioning. And this wasn't really your doing. You were just there.
I was just sitting there saying hi.
Yeah, we'll get into the nice thing in a second.
In a cute dress.
Right. And I'm like, yeah, it's my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. All the lesbians out there.
Hey, listen.
It's not sweet.
The times are different.
You get treated like, yes, the times are different.
The times are different.
You will get treated like anybody else.
Babe, no, you can't treat it's a woman.
I'm not saying I'm going to punch him in the face. I'm not a violent person.
No, you're not.
But I'm just saying, don't think you can just say that, just get away with it. I'm not necessarily talking about her right now. I'm just saying in general, because it's not the first time. Yeah. There's been others. Yeah. Give a little energy off for some reason. They are attracted to you. You attract everybody.
I can't help it.
We're sitting there at brunch.
Oh, gosh.
And these three guys come in.
Oh, jeez.
So we're outside in the patio area. They're
at the bar.
It's like an open window.
Yeah, the bar.
All open there at the bar in the corner. I mean, they're literally sitting. Their legs are intertwined.
Yeah,
they are
very
up on each other, right? So I'm like, these some gay guys. This is my assumption, right?
Yeah.
And at some point, I go to, what's up? You all right?
No. I was thinking.
At some point, I go to the restroom.
Right.
And I hadn't been paying attention to them like that. But I go to the restroom, and two of them are in the stall.
Together.
They're in the stall together, right?
It's a different world these days.
They're talking. I figured they're probably in there doing coke, right? This is not a foreign thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's Florida.
Yeah. And then it gets quiet.
Yeah.
In there, and I'm like, I'm just trying to wash my hands and get out of here before I make eye contact with anybody. Right? So I get out and I come back and I tell you, right? So then we get ready to go inside.
Yes, for the party.
When we get inside, one of the gay guys, well, I'm assuming he's gay, right? So one of the guys, I didn't hear him, but I caught the word either boobs or tits.
Tits.
He made a comment towards Trina.
Yes.
And I didn't hear exactly what it was, but in my mind, I'm like, this is just, now here's a gay guy thinking he could say, I didn't know if he was saying this about you or saying something in general, but then quickly I learned that he was saying this about you.
Yeah.
What did he say?
So what happened was we walked in and we ended up standing like right behind him. And he turned around and he looked at me and he just looked like a little bit uncomfortable. And so I jokingly said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to rob you.
Being too nice.
Don't worry, I'm not going to rob you." And so he turns around and he says, "Well, with your big old tits, I'm not worried." And I was like, "Oh."
That's what he said?
Yes. I was like,
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
So now the gay guys, all of the gays are comfortable making friendly passes at my wife in front of me.
Hey, listen.
I didn't feel threatened or anything because I didn't feel like you felt threatened.
He knew that I was with you, and he wasn't, and he didn't want me. He just felt comfortable to say that to me.
So as we went along, my mind started trying to tell me that maybe he's not gay.
Oh.
And maybe this guy was trying to play me. Like the long, even when we got back to the hotel, Trina,
You was what?
When you fell asleep,
When I fell
I'm
asleep?
back in the hotel like, what if he wasn't gay? Was this motherfucker trying to?
Oh, gosh.
Did I handle that wrong? Should I have gotten crazy with him? Like, it was in my mind. It just took me there. Even though I felt like it was just a gay guy saying some shit to my wife. But it was just like, what the comfort level of these folks is crazy.
Listen,
But
Florida.
it all stemmed from you being so nice. He's never going to rob you. I'm like, don't be talking to strangers. Why are we talking to strangers?
We're like all practically cousins all up in that party. Like we're all up in this space. It's crazy.
Oh,
And
man.
he was definitely done because he had knocked the drink over. The bartender said
Yeah,
he
you
was
told me
cut
about
off.
that. I didn't see that.
Because when you went to the bathroom first, and then he decided to go and knock the drink off the bar, and the bartender was pissed because the glass broke. And yeah. That was entertaining.
Interesting, man. So is it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a question for the brunch crew off of this. Like,
Do you that might be a question for the brunch crew, for the men and the women. Like, how do you feel about other opposite sex or same sex hitting on your partner?
right? Like, we know if it's, when do you feel threatened or not threatened, or if you feel like it's a. If it's if you're a man, you had your lady, and if it's a gay guy saying something to that in that regard to your lady, how do you feel about that? Do you handle that the same way you would just handle a guy who you feel is maybe trying to get with her or something? Like, I didn't feel like he was trying to anything.
I totally didn't feel. I just think he was being a smart ass because my titties are big, and he decided.
Big old titty. Big old titty.
He decided to say something about it because he clearly had been looking at him.
See, now you about to have me think about this shit again. Clearly, has been looking at him.
I mean, she commented on my dimples.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Sometimes I like to pour my shot in them and drink my shot out of her nipples. And she was like, "Oh, you frisky today." I'm like, I wasn't even making a sexual joke, but she jumped all over that, didn't she?
Listen.
Yeah, shout out to her. I like her. She
was the best.
She was dope.
And she was like, please come back and visit us again.
Dope. Yeah.
And they reposted our thing, and it was a great experience. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend us just going and trying different things.
Yes.
Because I had someone say to me, "Oh, you need to go to this brunch, this black-owned brunch, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, I don't need to do that.
Right.
Like, I want to go and just have a good time and not feel like, and I love patronizing black-owned businesses and all that kind of stuff. We love that. But we're on vacation. And we looked for things that looked like our vibe.
Why do I want to go on vacation just to do the same shit that I might do at home? Like, I want to go do some different stuff.
I want to go do something.
And
different.
to be honest, we do different stuff here too. We are broad with our, you know what I'm saying, with our fun and our lifestyle. We want to experience different things.
That Greek theme. The food. They had some fries. These herb za'atar fries.
Yeah,
those
delicious.
My goodness, the drinks were so light and refreshing. I'm like, listen, I'm ready to go to Greece. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Put that on top of the
Let's
list
go.
for sure. So, So
Yes,
and then so
love.
after vacation, so now we were supposed to get back on the pod last week.
Yes.
And then the queen of the Where's Brunch podcast,
Y'all.
the critical part of this show, the
stop
voice,
it.
the face,
Stop it.
she got sick.
Listen, I got the plague, y'all.
Ooh.
I felt like I had COVID. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything else. It felt like COVID. It felt like all of the things that I remember, all of the bad things that I said that I never wanted to experience again were happening. On Friday, which was my daughter's 20th birthday, I woke up. Oh, let me rewind. In the middle of the night, I was awakened by a rush of hotness. Heat came over me. I started sweating. I felt really uncomfortable. It woke me up out of my sleep. I went to the bathroom, came back, told him about it, got into bed. And then when I woke up about 4 hours later, I had a sore throat. And I was just like,
Like a pretty severe one too. Like
it was really bad. It was like not even drinking or swallowing or anything, and I felt it like knives were in my throat. And I was just like, babe, I don't feel good. My throat is hurting. Mm-hmm. And from there,
you worked. You logged in for work.
I logged in for work in the morning. I let my supervisor know, hey, I'm not feeling good. I need to finish out. I had something for deadline.
Yeah.
I want to knock it out. I only had a couple of tasks left. I wanted to knock them out. And then I was down for the count. I'm talking laid on the couch like, man, what is this?
Yep.
Like, just laying there. And, we're teleworking. So it's just, I didn't feel good. And I let everybody know in the office, like, hey, I'm down. I'm gone. Have a good weekend. And Saturday,
it got worse.
Then
Sunday, it got worse.
Sunday, I got up to take a shower. Remember?
Yep.
I got in the shower, water hot. I'm freezing. And I was like, oh shit.
You went sore throat, body aches, chills, sweats, headaches.
Yes.
But I mean, it transformed into like 5 different sicknesses.
Listen.
And from Friday to Saturday got worse. Sunday got worse.
Yeah.
Monday got worse. Tuesday got worse. Wednesday,
we thought I needed to go to the hospital.
we went to the doctor, right?
We went
on
to
Wednesday.
the doctor.
Then Thursday, it didn't necessarily get worse, but it kind of like plateaued maybe.
Yeah, and that's when the fever broke.
Oh my God.
The fever finally broke. I was averaging like 100.5, 100.3, 100.8.
You got tested.
Tested for COVID, tested for flu A, flu B, everything negative. Like, how can that be? How can you tell me that what I've been experiencing is not COVID? This is COVID. I'm like, this is some other strain that they're going to come out telling you about later on.
Come up with a new name for something.
The new name for it. I've got it. And then the kids were laughing, calling me patient zero, all this kind of stuff. And my doctor ultimately said I had a viral upper respiratory infection.
Yep. Probably, she said.
Yes.
Because, doctors don't be knowing.
They don't be knowing. They'll test you for everything under the sun. They don't
You probably
be knowing.
got
You probably got a viral upper respiratory infection. I was like, well, probably I've been sick for the last 5 days.
Yeah, and my cousin, she's a nurse. And
Shout out to Britt.
Shout out to Britt, yo. You know what I'm saying? She was good. She's done a lot of good advice and stuff.
Thank you so much for everything. The tea, the turmeric tea. Thank you.
Yeah. That was like, I don't know if we attribute it to the tea. I think that contributed to you the turn.
Yeah.
Like, because it happened around that time. But she had told me that because I was communicating with her a lot. You know what I'm saying? As I'm caring for you.
Yes,
these
and
days.
thank you so much for all that you did to take care of me. And I knew it threw the house off. Me being sick for a week.
I sick ate.
You sick ate.
I sick ate all week.
We ate some crazy shit this week.
I sick ate all week, y'all.
Yes,
even when she didn't have an appetite, I still sick ate.
Yeah.
But Britt was telling me that the strep throat was going around crazy, and the whole upper respiratory infection stuff is going around too.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of people on her team had it, and this particular tea, we're not gonna give her a commercial for this tea, but this turmeric tea. If you want to know this about this tea, DM us or something, ask us.
Yeah,
but
we'll send it to
this
you.
tea, she said that it really helps with viruses, and so I bought some. They had it at Wegmans. One box left at Wegmans. I bought it, and now we bought a case of it off of Amazon.
Yes,
we have that. So
shout out to you.
Hey, listen,
for ordering it on Amazon, because the box came today, and I'm like, dang, we packed.
We ready, yo.
We ready. If it comes back, we are boom, boom, boom.
Let me sneeze one time. I'm drinking a cup of it.
Yeah, I need to drink a cup actually again tonight before. I think I just because of this sinus.
Yeah, do
whatever.
it. Why not? And so yeah, man, you were down, and it's just amazing what that does to a household.
It does. Poor Beans.
What do you mean, poor Beans?
My baby Beans. My baby Beans is used to his mama walking him. He's used to our time, me talking to him.
You know
he
what?
would come in the room and see me in the bed and was just like, what's wrong with you?
You know
when you gonna get up?
You're right, Trina. Poor Beans. Because when I was taking him out, because I took him out for the last 8 days until this morning for the first time, and I'm like, you get your ass over here. He wasn't used to my level of force, and I don't got time for you to be sniffing every blade of goddamn grass in this goddamn field.
Let my
If
baby
you don't
sniff
bring
his
your
grass.
ass, son. This
He was
nigga,
stressed.
he dropped like three drops of urine one time on bush. I was like, nigga, if you don't fucking come on, so I swear to God, I'm gonna go crazy. And then sometimes he'll just refuse to walk.
Yes.
I don't want to go this way. I'm like, I don't know how you were brought up, but the way I was brought up, I was raised around dogs. I lead. I don't fucking do what you want to do.
Well, usually he and I have a discussion.
A discussion. Holy shit.
When we go out and we talk about which way we gonna walk, we talk about which direction.
You go out the door and just wait for him to choose which way to walk, don't you?
Well, I say, which way you want to go, boo-boo?
She talks to him. So, nigga, if you don't fucking come on, I gotta get back inside.
So, my husband took care of me. I want y'all to know he was the best. I could tell, I could see the concern in his face about Tuesday night, Wednesday when I couldn't sleep and I was struggling and the congestion and I couldn't breathe and I was uncomfortable and things, and I could see the concern in his face, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
This is not gonna go on much longer. And you were great. I thank you. Thank you for, the food, the soup, the crack, the saltines,
CMB.
we all got the ginger beer, my Vicks tissue with lotion. Oh my gosh, those were the lifesaver of the cold.
Look, the big tissues, no joke.
Oh my gosh, the tissue bag.
We're gonna have a little segment on one of these episodes about my addiction to Vicks. But go ahead, keep going.
The tissue bag. There was a tissue bag on the side of the bed for me, and I would just blow my nose and just put the tissues in the bag.
Let's be clear, y'all.
And so when it was full, and I was like, "We would have to empty this bag out," he was like, "We."
There was. I don't know what makes you think I'm gonna participate in this shit.
That bag.
You put that bag in a garbage bag, and I was mad that you didn't tie it up. Because there was not just tissue. Let's be clear.
That's right, because I was coughing.
When
and
people
spitting
get sick,
phlegm.
you grow closer. You experience a different side of people. When you hear a person hawk up a loogie and spit it out, you have now grown closer as a couple.
Oh my gosh.
You understand that?
That's true.
Until you spit out yellow and green goop.
Yeah, because I started telling you the color was changing. You were like,
I don't need to see it.
I don't need to see it.
I don't need to see that.
He said, I don't need to see it because I wanted to show.
I knew she wanted to show me. I knew she wanted to choke. That's why I just said it before you even said anything.
Like, I don't need to see it.
Get out of here with this nonsense. But yeah, man. So yeah, you see a different side of folks, man.
I appreciate your care for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, shoot.
Your sensitivity.
We got a life to live. What you talking about?
And there was days I wanted to cry. I felt so bad.
Yeah, you almost broke down that one time. I was like, man, we're on the brink right now.
I felt so bad, and
because you couldn't do anything,
and I had no control.
Yeah,
right. And it was just like I felt horrible. My head was hurting, and I think a lot of it from my immune system with my thyroid and stuff. And when your body is aching to the point that you feel it in your legs, and it's excruciating and it's radiating through your legs, and you can't control it. And I was taking meds, and they were doing nothing for the aches.
Oh no, yeah.
The body aches that were happening. Yeah. I was like laying in the bed and just rocking. Yeah. Just trying to get
like
some relief.
I could see the pain on your face. Like it was just like your whole body was just radiating this suffering.
My face was swollen.
Like, yep.
My face was swollen because I noticed when the fever broke and I went in the bathroom and I looked at my face and I was like, wow, my face looks totally different today than it did like 2 days ago. Crazy. And the inflammation that was happening, it was really rough.
So what we said, you broke your fever Thursday morning. Was it Thursday morning, right?
After we went to the doctor the day before,
right.
The fever broke next day.
The next day, and you were feeling better Thursday morning. And
I tried.
Yeah, you tried. What did I tell you last Friday when you first got sick?
Yep.
When you finally feel better, don't do anything that day.
Because you're not better. Because you're not better.
You're not actually better.
Yeah.
But so you still had it in your system, and then it was a moment I was like, you were like, I was like, all right, I'm going to the store and grab a few things, whatever. You was in your therapy session because you moved it from Monday to Thursday that week.
Yeah.
And
I moved the therapy session on Friday.
Friday. Okay, so it was Friday, so even better, right? It was Friday. So Thursday is when everything broke and you was feeling better, but you still needed the rest. And Friday you woke up and you were feeling much better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Much better. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to the store because it's Cinco de Mayo. We're gonna have tacos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so you're in our bedroom on your therapy session, and I open the door. I'm like to let Beans in because I'm getting ready to go, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to the store, and she says, hey, baby, bring me something crunchy, like some chips or something. And I was like, this nigga taking advantage now.
Really?
I was like, all right.
Excuse me, really?
He's taking advantage now.
And then my therapist was like, oh, he's so sweet. He's taking care of you.
I was like, yeah, I'll bring you some chips. And then I was like, I'm going to get some shit that I like, though. Cheetos, baby.
He got us some Cheetos.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Because like I said, we still sicky. Holla!
Sick. Oh, look at our fingers, like, Cheetos. And then I was thinking, like, ooh, I could do a bowl of popcorn and crunchy Cheetos mixed together.
Oh my god! Why did I ever put you onto that? I just made. Had you done that before?
Yes, I've done that before.
What I did that? I made popcorn and some cheese balls in a bowl together.
The best thing ever.
It's a pretty great combination.
Popcorn and Cheetos. If you haven't done it, try it.
Mm-hmm. Yo, but yeah, man. I'm glad. Welcome back, baby.
Thank you. It's still a process.
You strong, baby. You strong.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
It's still a process. I'm still experiencing, if you can't hear it, the congestion.
It's there.
Is there. The coughing, the mucus is coming out, which she told me drink fluids to help to flush it out of your system. And so I'm being mindful. We hung out today. We went to brunch.
Yeah,
it felt great to get out the house.
It's beautiful out today.
Be in the sunshine and experience civilization again. Because I've been locked away, y'all. Mm-hmm. So it felt really good. And I appreciate, you take for granted something as simple as being able to breathe through both nostrils.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn. both nostrils. It's just like shit.
All two of them.
It's just
When one shut down, when both of them shut down,
listen,
it's like, yo,
I can't sleep. I'm putting pillows behind my back, my neck,
propping up,
trying to
sit. I didn't get sick.
And you did not get sick.
So
whenever the incubator period was, we wasn't like all up in each other's face.
I don't know, man. We always all up in each other's face.
I know. And let's also talk about the fact that when you're sick like that and you're used to the interaction and the affection and the touching, and then you go without it because you're just laying there.
Yeah.
Like on a deathbed, so to speak. Like, what did the people do back in the day when they were sick? They died. Because this is ridiculous.
We did talk about that, didn't we?
We talked about it. Like, what the hell did they do when they got sick like this with no drugs back in the day?
Yeah. What happened to Woodrow? Oh, he sneezed yesterday. He dead now.
He did.
He started sneezing. He dead.
Listen.
Yeah, it was. It's no joke.
Your affection. I'm used to your hugs. Mm-hmm. I'm used to us kissing every 5 seconds. I'm used to rubbing up on you.
Now I touch you all the time. Like I'm so hands on. I'm touchy feely.
My booty was not getting touched.
No. Mm-mm. And then when you started feeling, when you hit about 40%, you started flirting.
Like, hey,
I'm like,
hey,
girl, you better get about a good enough 45% more.
I tried to tell him I was ready. Like,
yeah,
come on.
You know you're not.
Come on. Come get it. Come get it.
Listen, I don't know how many days have passed, but I'm telling you right now, you have 45%. You are not ready.
I tried to send him some little racy photos, I was
like, oh, look at you. You're so cute. You're so funny. Hell nah. No.
That's messed up.
Hey man, listen.
Oh my gosh, you wasn't trying to get that in my good.
You wasn't ready. You weren't ready for it. You can't take that. No, you can't. You coughing all the time. You cough while we are in the act with that cough, with that particular one. No. That's a little kid at the daycare in the playground cough.
The one that's nasty.
That nasty one.
He's touching everybody. Wipe his nose with his hand.
That air, as they push that air out of their lungs in the cough, went through like 5 layers of phlegm to get out. You can hear it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You can hear it. No.
Oh my gosh.
No, John. Hey. You know
oh
what I'm saying?
Gosh. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. That is so
we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait, baby. We're gonna wait.
Oh my gosh. Listen, I don't want
love you though.
I love you too. I don't want to wait no more.
No, y'all lucky y'all getting this pie right now. I was mad that you took a nap after brunch today. Shit.
You know how it goes.
I was like,
I always need a nap after brunch.
She does. And I nap for like 10, 15 minutes, then I'm up.
I be down, y'all. You give me 2 good mimosas like they give you at Chadwick's, I'm going to sleep when I get home.
That's Saint Germain, baby. Mm-hmm. Gotta love it.
Yes.
All right, so I have Beans coming. He's ready. Beans is ready for the discussion.
He's like, what you about to say?
Go ahead. What?
Tell us what you about to say.
This mantra that I don't, is a mantra? Is it a mantra or a mantra? Mantra mm-hmm. That I've kind of thrown out there a few times. And the way it goes is life is not meant to be figured out. It's meant to be lived. Okay. Right? Mm-hmm. And I've had a thought to myself while we were on vacation, if it's insensitive. I have a friend who has some issues that they're going through, right, with their kid and stuff like that. Struggles, major struggles, mental health stuff, whatever. And life is hard. Right. You know what I'm saying, for her at the moment. And it's like, she said a comment one time, I think, maybe on Facebook, like to the extent of like your life is so hard for you, or something to that effect, right? And I was like, that's interesting that she said that, and it made me think. I wonder if the mantra is a little insensitive. What do you? What do you think for folks? Can we tell folks who are going through difficulties, major difficulties, that life is not meant to be figured out; it's meant to be lived? Can we say that to them?
I think so. I think when I think back to some, traumatic things that have happened to me, like when I think about my oldest going through her cancer, and it was pretty traumatic for all of us. There was a decision that was made that we have to live life in a different way. Now, we have to live a peaceful life so that she can heal. We have to live a positive life and not take in the negative of the what ifs or the what can'ts. You have to live a different life because we're now learning that this cancer has infiltrated the family and we now need to readjust how we've been doing things. And I think that it is important to live. When I was in Florida and I was broke and or broke a
Broke.
I was broke in Florida. It was a choice for me to. I was not making nearly what I make up here. It was a choice of me choosing that there was happiness and there were things. There was sunshine, there was ocean, there was brightness. There were things that I could live and experience and see the good in the being there and living for that rather than just focusing on, oh, I'm not making enough and I need more money. I chose that was not the focus of the life that I was living while I was there. Which was really hard in coming back because I cried that whole drive because I knew that the peace that I had in the midst of being broke down there was a different way of living that was not attainable here.
Right.
So I just think that there is an adjustment to the brain and to your views and what you see. How you see in front of you that you want to live and how you pick. It's a choice. It is a choice. Because we go through rough stuff. I mean, I've gone through divorces, cancer, house loss, all kinds of things. And you choose where you want to move with that in your view and how you attack it moving forward. How you going to live.
Right. Yeah, as opposed to trying to figure out why this is happening to you, trying to figure out why it's happening in general.
It didn't happen now.
Right.
What you trying to figure it out for?
Right. It's already in motion.
Once it's happened, okay, it's there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
I can't dissect it. I can't go back. I can't rewind the clock. I can't stop it and prevent it
It's time
and
to
jump
move,
in front of it. Now you've got to move forward and progress.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great answer. That's great perspective that you added to that, with everything that went on with your daughter and, the whole Florida move and all those things, whatever.
Having your child have cancer will change your view on life, period.
Word.
You have no control over that. You can't heal your child. You can't make it better. All you can do is create the environment of change and for the child to heal and follow instructions and learn new things to help your child to be better.
Yeah.
And not hopefully return to the cancer that was found.
Yeah. Shout out to you and Jordan and Kennedy.
Thanks.
To all y'all. I know Kennedy was young during those times, but shout out to y'all.
It affected her too.
Yeah. Shout out to you and your family and everything for the way you approached that whole thing.
It was never a thought of she's not gonna make it or she's gonna die or anything like that. It was okay. How are we gonna heal from this?
No doubt. So boom. That's a great segue to this topic that I thought about also. While not being concerned about anything that's not in my control or our control or your control. We had a conversation today at brunch talking about what was it stemmed from the last name thing.
Yeah.
Right, changing your last name.
Changing the last names, y'all.
And you mentioned how do I phrase this? I don't want to take shots at people or nothing like that.
I'm going to say it. Okay. So I'm going to say it. So at one point in time, my first husband, we was cool at one point, and he texted me or whatever and said he wanted his last name back.
Your last name back.
Dude.
Got it.
I only kept the last name after the divorce for our children. And once they became of age, they didn't even care. I talked to them about me changing my last name because I wanted to go back to my maiden last name. And then I got married again, and I was really on the fence about changing it to that name.
Right.
So
you knew something was wrong.
Hindsight 2020.
Always.
And first husband is a fan of the pod, so thank you for watching. And so eventually I did. I changed it back to my maiden name, and he has it back for his other wife and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't, I did that because of the kids, And
you asked me about that because my ex, she still has my last name, my ex-wife.
Yeah.
My second wife. And I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
And I think she's doing it for the same reason. If I had to speculate and guess, because Andrew, her son, her biological son, what I'm saying, my stepson, from when we were married, she changed his last name to McKnight. And I think she might be keeping her name for that same type of reason. Right. But it's like, look, it's not something that's in my control. It's not something that affects me. I don't care. Like, my approach to it is completely different than your ex's approach. You're not giving me anything back. I already got my name.
Yeah.
This is my name. I grew up with it. You know what I'm saying? So go on. It's a ton of McKnights in the world, and they ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. So knock yourself out. And it just led to this thought of how I hate using this term, but I'm different. Like, these things that bother folks, bother men, the types of things that bother men don't necessarily bother me.
Because you haven't given me any grief about changing my last name to McName.
No, you change it when you're ready to.
And I'm going to change it. But y'all, I just got a new passport.
Right.
Hello?
It's fees associated with that.
It's fees. It's a whole lot of money I'm about to spend to change my name. It's going to cost me some things.
But, I've always been like this, unaffected by a lot of shit, even when I was a kid. And it made me think of a couple instances. One of them is like, the other one's funny, but the first one, 2 instances in my life where the average man or boy would have responded differently. So I had my high school sweetheart, right? We went together for years through school, and we had there was a 4th of July. It was 4th of July. Everybody was going to the amusement park for 4th of July, right? Well, we all went out there, right? So I went with my boys. She was out there with her girlfriends, all this other stuff with her, right? So I got sick, right? I was sick on a bus ride out there, and I was like, dang, so I couldn't do it. Like, I was throwing up and stuff. And I had to leave early, so I went home. Well, the next day, maybe later on that day, that evening or the next day, my boy Jimmy, I remember Jimmy specifically, told me that this dope boy, I think Red was a dope boy. His name was Red. I think he was a dope boy in school. But he gave her a ride home. Oh. Now that's a big deal in school, right? That's a big deal. Ooh. He gave her a ride home. So I was like, all right, cool. All right. So it is what it is. So we in school. Everything's cool. And I don't know how long after that it was, but whenever there was a substitute gym, we skipped. I skipped probably every class I could possibly skip to play basketball all day. right?
Okay.
So I was in the gym playing. I had skipped class. I was playing basketball.
Lord have mercy.
I skipped a lot. So I was playing basketball, skip class. And I was in gym with Red. I never had gym with Red. So I was in gym with Red playing basketball. Boom. Banging them too. Right? If you listen to this, Red, you might not remember this, but my J was panties back then.
Oh.
Right? Bang, bang, bang. So he was like, I'm like, I said something. I might have said something slick, like, got you type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And he was like, well, I got your girl. And I was like, cool. Well, I expect to see y'all holding hands, walking around school. If you got it, you got it, bro. I'm not going to fight you or go crazy with you over, that's her decision.
Wait.
This is in high school.
Wow.
That's her decision. If you got her,
That's quite advanced.
then you got her, homie.
It's quite advanced.
Please, man.
High school.
What I look like?
Cause high school, you hothead, you off the chain, you ready to throw for whatever in high school.
Yeah, they're stereotypical, but I've never been a violent person, so I'm not about to fight you over something that's not in my control.
Got it.
And of course, it ended up being nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. Another situation, the funny one. The funny one. I had a girlfriend after my second marriage. I had a girlfriend, right? And, we had a very short, it's one of those short situations when you look back on it, you realize y'all was only together for a couple months or some shit like that. But it dragged on for a long time, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, the core relationship was only a couple months, but then it dragged on, like going back and forth, right? I had went to this event. My man Vic, shout out to Vic, DJ Freeze, he was DJing. I went to an event and stuff, and she was texting back and forth. Right at this point, it's like, look, just move on with your life. I move on with my life. It's cool. She was getting nasty, right? So I had left the event. I was getting ready to go home. She called me, talking on the phone and stuff. She was like, she tells me, I was the whole time me and you was together, I was still fucking my ex or whatever. And I said, oh, that's your pussy you got to answer to. Why are you saying that to me?
Lord have mercy.
Like, that's going to hurt me.
Lord have mercy.
She didn't like that.
No, because she didn't get the response that she wanted.
She didn't get the response she wanted. Yo, that don't hurt me. If you want to give your shit out to a bunch of different dudes, then go for it. At the same time, go for it.
But did you feel the ways?
No.
If you were dating her and she was still sleeping with somebody else?
She's a liar. She was a liar. I found the thing is, remember I told you about this.
Oh.
She's a liar. So she could have just been lying just to try to hurt me. You can't hurt me with that. That's your body. If you feel like you want to give it away to a bunch of people at the same time, then that's on you. Yeah. As long as I'm good to go and health wise, that's in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't bother me with stuff that I don't have any control over. It just doesn't.
Wow.
How about you?
I was a little freer. I didn't claim anybody.
Shout out to the Freak documentary coming out. I'm watching that shit if I see you in there.
Hey, listen, it's all a blur to me at this point. I don't really, there was a time when I was younger, I think maybe, but I was just so free and I just didn't really care. And I didn't really claim anybody and nobody was really like my man or anything.
No doubt.
I was just, moving how I wanted to move. I didn't really care.
You didn't care about nobody.
I didn't care about nobody. I had exactly one boyfriend in college and that was only my senior year. So all that time before then, nobody could claim me. I wasn't claiming nobody. I kept it moving about my business.
In Republic Gardens and shit.
Hey, I had some great friends in Republic Gardens.
All up in the videos, dancing.
Hey, shout out to my Planet Groove crew.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rachel. Shout out to the producers. Shout out to Sam the Man Walker.
Sam the Man.
All the folks. Like, I had a great,
Remember BT used to be over on New York Avenue, right?
That's where we went to film Planet Groove.
Oh, man.
Yes.
It would be dope seeing that BT sign up there.
Yeah, it was like a sign of black excellence.
It was back when DC was Chocolate City.
Back when GC was Chocolate City.
Yeah.
And then Remember when they had BT Soundstage?
Yes.
Because we filmed a couple of episodes. We filmed a Thanksgiving episode over there at BT Soundstage where I was like totally smashed.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh my gosh. And they were interviewing us.
Oh,
Rachel
gosh.
had us sitting at the table talking to Rachel. Oh my gosh. That was my Soul Train dream that came true.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to that, man.
I wasn't claiming none of these dudes. Please. Not here. Not them Howard dudes. Them Howard dudes didn't even want to be loyal. They were sleeping with everybody.
But,
Please.
you know, it was wild back then.
It was wild back then. The 90s was wild.
The 90s was wild. Is that going to be that's a title for a whole episode right there. 90s was wild.
The 90s was wild.
We got to have a 90s recap episode. How about that?
We need to do that. We need.
Without saying too much. I ain't going to say too much. You don't say too much. We're trying to keep our marriage together.
Our marriage is fine.
No, I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking, man. It's jokes. It's all jokes.
You know, I already told you I was in the streets. I was at Republic Gardens. We were at the same places.
We was at the same place. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
We might touch that. We might touch on that topic before
Yeah.
on the Century Sunday. But
you know,
we gotta get into that, man. Yo, it was good to get back to podding, though.
it's so great to be back and here, and you know, you looking cute over there.
And I was just thinking the same thing about y'all. Like, she looking delicious over there.
Ain't
It's been a little while, y'all.
delicious and nutritious. Come
I saw
on.
your little strap just fall off your shoulder. I just willed that off just now.
Hey, don't stop getting it. Don't stop. Look at me. He's like, what y'all talking
here
about?
we go. Yep. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yo, shout out to the Brunch crew.
Hey.
Where's Brunch Podcast of the loyalists,
Thanks to the listeners.
the listeners?
Every
yo.
week I learn about somebody new who's listening. My aunt told me that she listens.
How about that?
Hey, Auntie Wendy, how you doing?
Shout out to Uncle Wendy. Oh, man.
You can find us on all streaming platforms. You can also get us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram at the Where's Brunch Podcast
And TikTok.
and TikTok.
TikTok is, you know what I'm saying? You get more views. And YouTube Shorts, too.
YouTube Shorts.
You're all over the place, man.
We're everywhere. Hey,
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, my love.
Love you.
I love you too.
And see you next time.
Yes.
Y'all be good.
Hey.